What if I told you the world's first UFO crash didn't happen in secret? It was actually announced by the military, and then suddenly denied the very next day? In 1947, something fell from the sky in Roswell, and what followed became one of the greatest mysteries in history. It all began in early July 1947 in the quiet desert near Roswell, New Mexico. The area was remote, dry, and mostly empty, just ranches and open land stretching for miles. One night, after a powerful storm swept through the region, a local rancher named Mac Brazel went out to check his land. What he found was unlike anything he had ever seen before. Scattered across his ranch was a massive field of strange debris, thin metallic strips, rubber-like material, and pieces that looked like foil but couldn't be torn, burned, or damaged easily. Some reports later claimed that certain pieces even returned to their original shape when bent, as if they had memory. Brazel was confused and disturbed. This didn't look like parts of any normal aircraft. Unsure of what he had discovered, Brazel reported the debris to local authorities, who quickly contacted the nearby military base, Roswell Army Airfield, home to the elite 509th Bomb Group, the only unit in the world at that time equipped with nuclear weapons. This was not an ordinary base, and this was not treated like an ordinary incident. Within hours, military personnel arrived at the site. They examined the debris, collected as much as they could, and secured the entire area. Witnesses later claimed that the military acted with unusual urgency and secrecy, warning locals to stay silent and keeping everything tightly controlled. Then, something shocking happened. On July 8, 1947, the military released an official statement to the press. It said that they had recovered a flying disc from a ranch near Roswell. The news spread like wildfire. Newspapers across the country printed headlines about a captured UFO. For a brief moment, it seemed like humanity had its first confirmed contact with something not from Earth. But just as quickly as the story broke, it changed. The very next day, the military retracted its statement. They now claimed the object was not a flying disc at all, but simply a weather balloon. Photos were released showing officers posing with debris that looked ordinary and harmless. The case was suddenly closed. But for many people, it didn't add up. Witnesses who had seen the original debris insisted that what was shown in the photos was not the same material. Some claimed the real wreckage had already been taken away and replaced. Others spoke of additional crash sites and even rumors of bodies, small humanoid figures found near the wreckage. Over the years, more stories began to surface. Former military personnel, decades later, came forward with claims that they had been part of a cover-up. Some described seeing advanced materials. Others spoke of alien bodies being transported to secret facilities. The US government, however, continued to deny all extraterrestrial involvement. In the 1990s, official reports were released stating that the debris was actually part of a top-secret project called Project Mogul, an operation involving high-altitude balloons designed to detect Soviet nuclear tests. According to this explanation, the unusual materials and secrecy were due to the classified nature of the project. But even this explanation didn't convince everyone. Too many questions remained unanswered. Why did the military initially call it a flying disc? Why the sudden change in story? Why were witnesses silenced? And what exactly was recovered that night in the desert? To this day, the Roswell incident remains one of the most debated mysteries in history. For some, it is proof that we are not alone in the universe. For others, it is simply a misunderstood military experiment wrapped in secrecy. But one thing is certain: something crashed in Roswell in 1947, and whatever it was, the truth was never fully revealed.